What's up, everybody? We're here at Carolina Bully Farms doing our 100,000 subscriber video with Mo Money. Getting started on YouTube was Mo Money was in our very first video. He's the one everything's been based around. It started out on one of those little I forget what they was called, some kind of little camera thing.
Digital camera.
No,
that's
like
one of
those little recorder, like it does like 10-second videos. Oh, I got for Christmas like 6 or 7 years ago or something, and I filmed him chasing that cat he's always thought lives up in that tree over there down there, and that's our first one. I think it was from like December 2009. If I look back on YouTube when we first made the account, I made the account whenever I shot that first video, and from there, you know, we just kind of gradually threw some videos on there here and there. We had always been big on putting up a lot of pictures of the dogs so you could really see how they looked, and then YouTube kind of become our way to really show a true, you know, image and look of what they look like, and really let people be able to see them. And a video here or there, we didn't really pay attention to it, and one time I got on there and I looked, and we had just thousands of views, which was a lot for us at the time. And so we decided to do more of it and post up what we was looking at on YouTube when we first got started in it. And we started posting some informational videos as we learned things, and more content on there.
Oh, yeah, and when we first, remember it was in our first magazine, then we took that photo shoot over there, and everybody said we photo shoot, people that hasn't seen Mo Money in person said we had photoshopped him and all that, so we started doing videos then. Because back then, you'd see a picture of a dog, and all they ever showed was a dog stacked way out.
Perfect, like one single, which pretty much how it is now, one single picture.
That's all you get of the dog. And, you wouldn't know anything about it, so we started videoing them so you could see
them moving around and
video.
And just showing how we took care of them too. You know, we've always been against the typical breeder, you know, how breeders usually do. So we showed us taking them for walks and how to treat them, how to take care of them, what bullies needed, kind of just as we learned it, because there wasn't much information out there. And it just went really well for us, and kept growing and worked out great. And it's all just because of God looking out for us and blessing us with Mo Money, and it just growing from there. So
I remember going to, when we was first looking at getting our dogs, we went to a well-known breeder. I'm not going to say his name because he is a good breeder as far as breeders go, but I remember asking him what all was for sale, what all he had for sale, and he said, everything here is for sale. He said, there's a price on everything. And I remember that broke my heart, because I really thought, I wanted to think, you know, that people had the puppies and that their adult stuff, you know, that was their, you know, that was part of the family, that they wasn't for sale. And I remember thinking then, man, that'll never be the case with us. And I just can't hardly believe that somebody could have a dog like Mo Money, or any male, any adult dog that they've had and raised since it was a puppy, and somebody comes in their yard and offers them a certain amount of money and they would sell it. I mean, it just blows my mind. It's like selling your son or your daughter, or I mean,
especially when they've done so much for you. I mean, Money, y'all can look back at our story on what all Mo's done for us, but I mean, he took us out of a really rough time, and we scraped up everything we had to get him as a puppy. The people that had him and gave up on him. You know, his feet was easty-westy, and he wasn't turning out like what they wanted, and we seen him and had a vision for what he could be.
He said he had no rear end.
Yeah, got behind him and promoted him, and he just took off for us. Same way as Country, that, you know, people always talk about Country, but they didn't see him as a puppy, how bad he looked, and everyone was like, oh, his muzzle's long, and he don't look good, and he's going to be tall. But you got to have faith in your productions and in your stuff, and when it works out for you and they do all they've done for you, you gotta, you know, take care of them. I'll have people all the time ask, what's Mo Money worth, or what's Big Country worth, or what will it take for you to sell them? And I'll tell people, you know, it's not just about the money at all. We wouldn't sell him for any amount of money just because of what he's worth to us emotionally. I mean, it's just people don't really seem to understand that. They just want to put a monetary value on everything. Yep. And these dogs are alive, and they're used to you, and they love you, and they love their routines. And it's just not fair to them to treat them like an object. And doing that, it's just caused so much problems with the breed. And I think with the bully breed is worse about doing that than just about anything. Dogs are status symbols and items, and looked at as like a car or a watch or motorcycle or something like that. So we try to show the loving side of the bullies, show them playing and going for their walks and doing all their stuff. And it seemed to work really well. Everyone seems to like it, and we're going to keep trying to grow it and do more with it, and post more informational videos and stuff that y'all want to see, and how we take care of them, how we go about doing the shots and the worming and our feeding regimens, and just everything that we do with them. We just try to put it out there almost like a reality show, just show what we do with the dogs, and y'all seem to like to watch it, so we're gonna keep doing it. It's our passion and what we like to do, and we're always out here doing it anyway, so why not film it?
And don't ever start a kennel because you want to make money. You start a kennel because you love the dogs, and everything else will take care of itself. I mean, we'll even have a puppy. Fortunately, our puppies are sold usually before they're even born, but let's just say we get one that doesn't sell for some reason. That puppy gets 6 or 7 months old, it ain't going nowhere unless it's just and we've had them, people didn't like it as a puppy, once or twice it's happened. They didn't pick it. They thought it wasn't going to turn out. And that's the ones we end up keeping. And then people always comes back. Oh, man, they said at 8 months, a year old. Well, let me buy that one. No, you could have bought that one as a pup, but you didn't want it. That's done been
That's
here
a
8
perfect
months.
example of that's Mini Money. She was one of those that no one wanted because she had a kink in her tail. She was about 6 months old when we took her to her first show, and they offered us $5,000 for her. And we never sold her. She's not here with us anymore because she's retired and in a pet home. That's the only time they leave after they're adults. And males, we never retire or sell. The only male that we ever had that's gone is King Tut, and that's because he's in Hawaii with Carolina Bully Farms Hawaii now.
And that's because it was a better, sometimes, and you got to know this too, as much as you're attached to the dog, sometimes the dog's just not a good fit, and it's happier somewhere else.
Yeah, he was one of those dogs that really needed a lot of one-on-one, and wasn't good with other males or most other dogs, and so it just worked better for him.
And the climate, sometimes the climate you got your dog in, it's just not the right climate for them, and if that's the case, your dog's got a lot of allergies, and these dogs do have a lot, and you got them in North Carolina. I mean, that's the worst place in the world for them. Sometimes it's just better health-wise. I mean, you can look at King Tut, and we babied him to death, and he became a grand champion under Cody. But you look at him now compared to how he looked when he was here, and I mean, he looks a lot better, and it's simply, they don't take no better care of him than we did. They take great care of him, but so did we. But he just adapted the Hawaii weather. I mean, about anybody looks better if they stay in Hawaii, though.
We'll cut it off here. We're gonna put up a few new videos this week we got coming out where I finally got Mom talked into doing our puppy shot record regimen thing that she does.
And this is our 100,000 subscriber video, so y'all be sure and look at our balloons.
Balloons was a big deal.
They're going crazy back there, but we worked hard to try to get them up.
Oh, the O's or the zeros are tangled now.
It's okay.
But we'll get a good picture of them to put on Instagram. But we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. We got the Big Country and Lucy breeding coming up, Chubby and Miss Country breeding, and Mo's breeding. We only do 1 year with Mo now that he's older. He's going to be going to Gypsy, who is now in heat. So Mo will be getting to do a breeding soon, which he'll be happy about because he's been really upset with Country every night when he's been breeding.
And we've got an instructable bone video coming up that's a killer product. Finally, at last, they have made a toy bone for them to chew on that they can't destroy. I didn't think it was possible because they went through, I mean, I got to thinking you could give them a brick and they would destroy it, but these people have worked hard and they've come up with a bone that
It's
will
almost
last.
a brick.
Yeah, it is, but they can chew on it and it will last. And we got a Bully Max. We've been with Bully Max pretty much since, not since the beginning, but since our third year maybe.
Good while now, probably 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years, and we got a Bully Max video coming up too that's gonna be really good.
So thanks for watching, y'all. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe if you hadn't already. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and God bless.